Hey everybody, my informative speech is on the establishing the significance of life insurance. Sorry, y'all. How many of you all actually have life insurance? Life insurance is a contract between the life insurance company and the policyholder. Life insurance is also beneficial to us in many different ways, living and passed on. It can also be a form of savings to ensure that your loved ones can continue their lifestyle once you're gone, especially if it's a form of another income in the household. We all know that funerals and burial costs and things of that nature can be really expensive. Um, but that's why it's important to make sure that you choose a policy that you can afford. There are two different kinds of policies. According to Guardian, there's a term life and there's a whole life. Term life is only paid for a while. The premium is for I think 10 to 30 years. Now I don't know about you, but I don't plan on dying no time soon, okay? But I mean, if I chose to get term life at 50 years old and it only goes to 30, that's 80 years old, and I plan on living longer than 80 years old. That's just me. Most people pick term life because it's cheaper, but in all actuality, that's cool in the beginning. But I mean, it's better to get life insurance at a younger age before you develop all kind of health issues and things of that nature, because later on down the line, it's gonna be too expensive to get, or you're not gonna be able to get the best coverage at that. Um, According to Guardian, whole life is for eternity. Okay. Of course, the premium will be more expensive, but hey, my life don't have a price on it. Life insurance is beneficial with you alive just as well as it is with you passed on. It actually can be another form of savings. It'll come in handy later on after retirement. You might want to buy a car, you might want to buy a house. I mean, it's numerous of things that come in that it can come in handy for. Um, it covers expenses that a family member or whomever left behind. It can also help with living expenses that you have right now, like gas and groceries and just everyday things. It can also help you pay off debt, like school loans, car notes, um, house payments. I mean, it's up to you what you decide to do with that. Um, it ensures that even your children, like, it is so important that you all have insurance on these babies. Like, I can't stress that enough, even right now today with everything that's going on in the world today. But even as little children, they come into the world, insure them babies. You have to. It's a must. Even with Gerber has a policy for called the Grow Up Plan, and the Grow Up Plan is considered whole life as well, meaning they'll have it from the time you get it up until whenever. Um, they also said that it doubles by the time that they turn 18, and it builds cash value just like a normal whole life policy. Um, but I cannot stress enough to insure these babies. I think I insured my kids before I insured myself. But I mean, just in the world today, it's just so much stuff going on. Not saying that we looking for something to happen to them, but I mean, still in all, they're covered, because ain't nothing worse than having to put out GoFundMe's and you asking for help, or it come off like you begging because you can't put your child or your mother, your father, whomever away decently because they were uninsured. Um, You could take out as many policies as you want, but just get something that you can afford, because you don't want to be paying all this money into something that eventually lapse, you know, because you didn't pay it. So now all this money you've been putting out is one missed payment and it's gone. Or you just get a term life policy for, let's just say, your mom or your dad, and then you look up, they done live past the time of the insurance policy, and now you stuck. So I mean, it's so many different avenues and how life insurance can actually help you financially, the financial stability, you know, and I think that's the most important thing. Even when your children are of age, whether you have a policy on them or not, still encourage them to get a policy on themselves. That's it's just so important to know that you're okay and you're leaving things for your children and your children's children and so on and so on. So I'm not gonna hold you out long, but life insurance is definitely beneficial to us here and going on, your family, children, and just whomever. So that's about it. Thank you.